Veronica, hello. Very pleased to meet you.
Hi.
Hi. Your film, I've watched it a few times now, and I'm getting more and more out of it each time I see it. I mean, it's a very emotive film, very visual as well. For those that haven't seen it yet, can you just describe it and what its aims were?
So it's a horror film about plastic pollution. It's meant to show the kind of real horrors of marine plastics and put it in a human context.
So what inspired you to do this?
Well, I mean, plastic pollution is a huge problem. I think everyone's aware of that. Living near the sea, like, we can see evidence of it all the time. I suppose I was thinking about why is it so easy to use plastic, and why don't we think about it more? And so the aim of it was to kind of shock people, I guess.
Yeah, I understand where you were going with that, and it worked in the end. Although I had to watch it twice to get the full depth of it. I wasn't quite sure where it was going for the first few minutes,
Yeah.
and then gradually it became clearer. And as there's no voiceover to say what's going on, it's all visual, which is nice. It makes it very powerful. Were you afraid at all of losing your audience before they got to the true message?
Definitely. I mean, the original edit, the first edit, the beginning was so long. We had a lot of extra footage because it was just such a nice day. So it took loads of B-roll because it was just sunny and nice. So I had to cut a lot of that out. But I wanted to make it quite snappy because I think it can be quite easy to lose someone's interest with this kind of thing. But yeah, we had a lot of fun doing some like visual effects things. Enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, it was great, and the pace of it was actually quite, I assume, deliberately slow, which again, in its own right, was very powerful. So, did you write and film and do the whole thing yourself?
Yeah, well, Ruth had some input too, but yeah. So I came up with the idea when I first heard about the See You at the Sea competition. And all I had at the start was just like a woman finds a mermaid's purse. I was like, not sure where I'm going to go with that. And also the idea of like plastic pollution. And then I kind of started thinking about it, trying to imagine where this story would go, and did some research into plastic pollution. And I read some articles about how much plastic is found in food that we already consume. We're already consuming plastic, humans themselves, in things like mussels. It's been found in salt and even water supplies. But then also in wildlife, obviously, it's a huge problem. It's killing birds and sea life all the time. So it was just about kind of showing all those things.
I think for me, she described her initial idea to me, and she talked about these. I'd seen the images, obviously, of birds that had been dissected that are full of plastic. And I just thought it was such a strong image that she wanted to put to film in a way that directly related to us, which I thought was really interesting.
Yeah, it worked. It worked. Although I will have to say you've got to watch it twice to get the full depth of it. And it is a very good film indeed. Is this your first project? Is this your first film?
It's my first film that I would let anyone see. I've done a lot with friends, just messing around with that kind of thing. But yeah, this is the first one that I've kind of led the project on, I guess.
Yeah, and have your other films been environmentally based?
No, just fun.
Just fun, yeah.
Yeah.
I will say everything she's made has been rooted in the environment that it's set.
What kind of reaction? Sorry. What kind of reaction have you had from other people?
What kind of reaction? Yeah, I think mostly positive. I've heard some people say they found it disturbing, or like, like they were like, "Oh, that's creepy," or a few people when I was trying to get it out, you know, like send it around to people, quite a few people said like, oh, we like it, but we can't share it. It's a bit too disturbing, which I think is fair enough because, you know, if you've got a young audience. But I was actually quite proud that people found it actually disturbing, because I think that can be quite hard. But, you know, we didn't have a budget or anything. We were just working with scraps and stuff like. So yeah, I'm glad it made an impact at least.
Yeah, indeed. As I say, I thought it was a very good film. What sort of age group were you aiming at? I assume everybody, kids upwards.
Yeah, I didn't, to be honest, I didn't think about the age group. That wasn't, I mean, maybe I should have done, but I was just thinking about the message more and kind of telling a story. I think that was the most important thing to me. And, you know, so, like one of my favorite scenes Ruth actually came up with, it's the scene where she cuts open her stomach. And I think that was the scene that kind of pushed it kind of away from child friendly, but it is one of my favorite scenes. I think it really helped kind of cement.
That was an interesting moment. I mean, just the thing I do is, if I'm viewing short films of things, I just scroll through really quickly just to get an overall impression before I watch it properly. And I just happened to stop on the moment where you were knifing your pretend stomach. And it did make me wonder for a second. And I thought, And then I had to make myself go and watch it all properly. And I'm glad I did. It was very good. Have you got any more projects in mind? Anything else that you want to do?
I have quite a lot of projects, to be honest. I'm one of those people who always has like several ideas wanting to get done at a certain time. I don't know about a film project soon. I do have one of the ideas I want to do. Are you local? Are you in Cornwall? Or?
Yes, indeed. Yeah,
I want to make. All I have for this idea is the title. I want to make a film called Christmas in Camborne, and it's just because we live right by Camborne and they have these Christmas lights that just say Christmas in Camborne, and to me it's the absolute perfect opener for a film. I don't know what the idea would be, but I want to make that. Oh,
you've got the first steps. That's what's important. Yeah, things just flow from there. That's great. That's wonderful. What we'll do is we'll put up a link to the film at the end of this, so people can watch it, and we'll leave it there. It's been lovely meeting you. Good luck with the future, both of you, and
thanks so much.
I'll say goodbye for now.
Bye.
Bye bye.